Hello, I'm Matthew Conner. Today I'm going to review the new TITLEIST TS2 driver. Now, as you can see, it's a 460cc head. TITLEIST standard branding. Now, it's actually a little bit more of a modern design, a bit more streamlined. That's going to help hopefully produce a bit more clubhead speed. So let's crack on with this first ball. I've actually got a nice morning, a little bit of wind off the right as well. Oh, that was a good strike, and I've smoked the first shot. The flight's maybe a little bit low. Now, before you all start ripping me, yes, I've been away for a while, and yes, I've probably put 4 stone on as well since the last video, but what can I say? I eat too much and I don't exercise enough. Anyway, less about me, more about the driver. Let's crack on with another one. If I can hit another shot like that first one, I'll be happy. Oh yes, that's another good swinging shot. Now, over the last 2 years, TITLEIST have deconstructed the driver head and they've built the TS2, so every part of the club is designed to create speed, and I suppose for a TITLEIST it does actually feel quite hot as well. Now, this is my favourite part. This is the creative bag. I've brought this back. Let's see what we've got today. The plonkers. My work colleagues have just decided to write fatty on the ball. I think that's just to rip me once again. What else have we got? Low fade. Ooh. I think fatty looked better on the ball than a low fade. It's not one of my favourite shots. Right, we're a little bit of wind off the right as well, so I dare say this is probably, if I do get it, just going to hold up fractionally, so it's going to be maybe hard to hit it low. Alright. Let's try and get the feeling. Ooh, that's not a bad attempt. And to be honest, for a TITLEIST, it feels more forgiving than previous drivers, and it maybe feels a bit harder to shape. That's possibly not a bad thing. Now, I'm actually going to see how forgiving this driver is. Let's place a little bit of face tape on the club. I think I'm going to go for a low heely shot on this one. Just see how it feels. Oh yes, it does feel forgiving, and you can see where I struck from, just low on the heel. Now, this new thin titanium crown actually helps with forgiveness because the centre of gravity can be taken further back and deeper, plus the face has a variable thickness which helps to create faster ball speeds even from miss hits. So let's have another swing. I think I just lost my peg on the last shot. Get rid of a bit of debris. Yeah, not bad. And the launch was okay. Now, the TS2 head is designed to create a higher launch and a low spin, and this is actually set at 9.5 degrees and standard on the loft sleeve. Now, you can actually get 8.5, 9.5, 10.5 and 11.5 in right hand and left hand, and the shaft I'm using is standard length at 45.5 inches long, and the shaft I actually really enjoy is a hazardous smoke. Now, TITLEIST have selected 4 shafts in total, so I'm going to have a go at swapping the heads over and just see how the other shafts perform. So now I'm going to try the Cage Black. Now, this is designed to be ultra lightweight, which helps to launch the ball high with a moderate spin, and it's actually got the straight flight weight system as well in the shaft, which helps to reduce the fade. Right, let's give this a try. Yep, that was a good strike, and it did seem to launch a bit higher, but I'll check the data later once I've tried all the shafts. Now, all the shafts are actually fitted with the ShowFit hosel, which gives you 16 loft and lie combinations. So now I'm going to try the Tensei Blue shaft. So here is the Tensei Blue. Now this is also a lightweight shaft, but it actually produces more of a mid-launch and mid-spin. It's also got straight flight weight system as well, and basically what that is some tungsten's placed in the lower end of the grip, and this actually helps the golfer to turn the club over. So let's see how this one goes. Ooh, that was a bad hit. But feel wise, it weighs in around 55 to 62 grams, and I would say it would suit more the 8 to 15 handicap range. So now I'm going to have a go with the Even Flow from Project X. So here's the new Project X Even Flow. Now it's designed to produce a low launch and a low spin, and it's actually made up of this really strong fibres which helps to produce a stiff tip and bend point, and it weighs in from around 65 to 85 grams. So let's give this one a go. I think this is going to be my last shot. Jeez. This is definitely for the player who wants a stable shaft and good flight control. Now during the review I was using the hazardous smoke, which is designed to create a low to mid launch and spin, and it actually has a higher bend point which helps to produce a more suited swing weight on longer clubs. And actually this is what the show fit weight does on the back here. So basically you can change the shaft length to suit, and if you shorten the shaft you need a heavier swing weight, and if you lengthen the shaft you need a lighter swing weight. Now I'm going to check the data. Here is my data. Now the top figure is my best reading using the hazardous smoke shaft. The club speed and the launch is good, but the spin rate is 700-ish revs too high. Looking through all the data, the smash is similar for most of the shots, but what stands out for me most is the club speed is on the high side and the launch angle is consistent. Looking at the Tensei and the Cora Cage data, the spin rate is actually lower. Now this is because I've turned the ball over and it's just dropped the spin rate. Overall I would say that I'm happy with the club speed and the launch angle, it's just the spin rate is too high. So now it's time for me to sum this driver up, and I've always enjoyed Titleist drivers, and I was a big fan of the 910 back in the day, and it's actually really nice to see Titleist trying to challenge Callaway and TaylorMade in producing high club and ball speeds, and to actually rip the club head apart and start all over again. It reminds me of Formula 1 teams where they're constantly trying to move lots of parts to try and get the balance of the car correct. I suppose the only downside to this is your playing partners are probably going to whinge at you just like Formula 1 drivers do when they complain that the competitors are doing better only because they've got the best equipment. So if you enjoyed my review, please give me some thumbs up, place some comments below. Thanks for watching.